Hey, hello! Another week, another news.
Here we are. By the way, you realize that we're on this, if I'm not mistaken, is episode 19 already.
19 weeks we are doing that.
So that means the next one is going to be a milestone, 20.
So we need to advertise now, because I don't think we have enough people to watching us. I know that you put in other platforms, but on YouTube there are so few people watching us. So we need to start maybe.
Well, I can't tell how many people are watching. I mean, maybe not many people are putting the like sign, but it's very possible many are looking at it.
Yeah. So what happened for during this week? What do you want to share with people?
Well, what's been going on this week has basically been Epstein mania.
Epstein kind of all over the place. Do you think
and the other thing, of course, was the cancellation of Colbert, and that's all over the place too.
Do you watch Colbert?
I watch Colbert every
seriously.
night. I love Colbert. He's great.
Seriously.
Yeah, I really like Colbert.
I turned off that at my home the
I
cable maybe 3 years or 4 years
Colbert,
ago.
I like Jon Stewart. I like Bill Maher. And,
Bill Maher is good actually.
Yeah, but they're all basically in the in the same thing, But Colbert really is not happy with Trump, and he also has all the famous political people on his show, governors, senators, congressmen. So he does the best he can.
So let's talk about this Epstein files. Is there?
Of course, yeah. Don't forget that Trump was with Epstein all the time for 15 years.
He was a friend, so they partied.
I think it was
a lot.
more, probably
but
more.
My point, what I see right now is just so many people glued to something is going on, and people thinking that there are some kind of issues with Trump being pedophile or
well, Trump is a pedophile. He's been known as a pedophile. Look. When he had his beauty pageants,
but there's nobody under 17 and or 18 in beauty pageants.
No, yeah, but even so, at the beauty pageants, so many of the girls complained that Trump would just walk in and watch them.
But they're not underage ladies.
Yeah, if they're 18 or less, they're underage.
Yeah, but mostly listen, if the guy is crazy. I understand that, but there's a big difference between having feelings for children and for women.
Okay.
This is two different
But
worlds.
I think what Trump is scared about is that they may have details of what he actually did there. The point is that Epstein was mainly, getting these girls at anywhere 13, 14, 15 years old, and Trump is probably just worried that somewhere in there's proof that Trump took part in some of the delicacies of the Epstein castle.
So I'm thinking like this.
Now, here's another thing.
Okay.
Before you go on, because the big thing now is that will Trump pardon Maxwell, because Maxwell knows everything. She's actually the real pimp in this thing.
I think Maxwell has nothing to do with anything. Maybe she helped Epstein with several things, but again, they can use her opposite, to say that Trump is not involved with anything, and they pardon her.
But they can't. If he does that, then Trump is in big trouble.
He doesn't care about troubles.
Yeah, because if he pardons her, then that's a death knell.
Listen, everybody says there's a client list. Client list about what?
The client list will be about all the people that participated with Epstein on his.
Does it say in the client list, I participated here or there?
Here
Hold on. My idea of client list is just my name, that contact information, and maybe if there are payments, that would be different.
We don't know yet.
Exactly.
But the other thing is don't forget what they do know is that Epstein had secret video cameras throughout the estate on the island. And so he may have videos and all kinds of things and or recordings and stuff like that. And,
His attorney didn't say that he's got.
yeah. That's been documented. As
Okay,
far as I know.
my thing is this: everybody's crazy and hot about Epstein files, and then like release it. I think there's nothing there. Maybe he will be like more pictures, Trump and other girls and stuff like that, but you have to have a certain evidence that, he did something.
The main thing is that he's lying. First of all, he's lying. In fact, he says, "I was never at the island," but they already have the flight records where he was supposedly there at least 5 times.
Okay, but when he didn't lie, like Trump is lying every day. He's lying about lying, and he doesn't know what's real.
As I was telling Sasha just before we started the video, Trump is also an amazing man of numbers. For instance, he just announced this week, and it's all over the news. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, where he says he's going to lower the price of prescription drugs from Europe. He's going to lower them by 1,000%, 600%, 500%. Think about that. You can't. If you lower the price 100%, it means you're getting the drugs for free.
But he makes it even better for you. So Trump for 2028.
Okay, so we'll see what happens with Epstein. What makes Epstein seem more real is when you have an idiot like Johnson, who's head of Congress, who sits there and makes sure that a vote can't take place. I think is that's total.
I don't know what is going on, but look, economy is on a verge of collapse. Not just today, maybe in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And maybe in 10 years for sure, because we're getting so much payments on the debt. There's it's incredible.
What about the dollar?
Dollar, people don't want to participate in business with United States. So it's gonna be very bad. There are no good things that Trump did during his half of the year in the office.
That's what I wanted to ask you, because he goes on television and says that we have never been in better shape than we are since I became president the second
Let me
time.
finish the point.
Let me know one thing that he did that he should be impressed with.
Let's talk about that a little bit later. My point is that Trump didn't do anything. He promised to end the wars. He promised. Nothing has done. And now, the same what happened in the first term, when he said yeah, I didn't do things, but because of the Democrats, they created the environment that I have to be just going against them. So those are Democrats who are guilty that I didn't do much being in the office. I think he created everything what's going on right now to have an excuse that all the things that he promised, nothing is done. And there are no improvements in anything.
Well, the main thing is he promised to lower prices.
Of what?
Everything. Food prices, gasoline prices.
But it's not possible. It's just
but that's what he said to the MAGA morons.
No, you see,
and they believe them.
It's again, MAGA again, Jeffrey. Let's not talk about morons, because they're people. They want to believe in something good and something better. So let's distinguish morons and people who looking for something good, because I can say you can be more moron to believe into the Democrats who promise you free. This is the same
maybe
shit.
not free, but for me the economy was still better.
Because the better economy, because we were borrowing and never talked about that we are borrowing and paying for just borrowing and living on credit cards basically.
Okay, well we're still doing that. But here's the question, because now on top of that, for me, Trump is basically turning the United States into Siberia. And this, for me, is the worst thing of all, because we invaded we got rid of the people in Yugoslavia because of ethnic cleansing. That's what's going on with the Latin people in this country now. It's ethnic cleansing. The people who are part of this Gestapo that Trump has created. These are mass people, unidentified, not no official uniform and things like that, and they're just going anywhere where they see people who speak Spanish and arresting them, and then throwing them in places like, the swamp Alcatraz.
Okay,
Unbelievable.
so the problem with that, again, like we've talked about this, but the problem is like, hey, what are you offering? And like, and people in the Congress, people like who against it, they should say, okay, we don't want like touching illegal immigration. Voted for it, like just go and create the policy to allow people to come illegally here and not be touched.
Well, he supposedly kept saying, okay, we're going to allow the farm workers to come here and be able to work. We're going to allow the hospitality industry to come here and begin to work. And then he announces that he's doing that, and then literally 10 hours later he says, no, I changed my mind. And
He's an insane guy, but we talked about ICE. And
Okay.
the problem is with ICE is just like they enforce the law. If you're illegal, they take you out. I agree that the methods that they use.
Without saying it again, without due process, without a warrant, and basically they're just going to places like car washes and things like that, and they're putting all the businesses out
Do
of
you
business.
want them like to go to Beverly Hills and
Why
look
not?
for like but where like if they go car washes or they go
Why
like
does
Home
it have
Depot?
to be only Hispanic people?
No, it's not only because I know like my friends and clients, they tell me that when people come to the court, like within like immigration court, they've been picked up. It's from Ukraine, from Russia, from any other country. They picked up at the court hearings.
Yeah, but people were going to court to follow the rules that they
I
were
agree,
going to
but
do. And then they were lied to.
Yeah, but I'm answering
Okay.
on your thing that
All right.
that against.
Well, anyway, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
And there's no answer. But the one thing that should be answered is that people that are wearing masks and carrying weapons and wearing unmarked uniforms and grabbing people in unmarked cars and with no license numbers, these people shouldn't be allowed in the United States, let alone to call them law
I
enforcement.
agree with that. So it should be like legally. It should be like all differently. It should be civilly. But okay, let's move from this one. So I agree with you. Like it shouldn't be done that way.
Well, the other thing we have to mention, we lost some serious people this week. We lost Ozzy Osbourne,
Yeah,
and most of all, we lost Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
who was Trump's biggest supporter.
I mean, forget about supporting. Like he's been a good guy. Like I mean, he's an entertainer. Ozzy, I think he was taking so much drugs. I think that I don't like.
I'm just saying that as a joke, but no, but
Yeah,
but
sadly.
I like them. He created a whole genre of music,
Yeah.
So anyhow, now here's the question. Back to the main question: what has Trump done so far that we can actually be satisfied with?
Nothing.
Really? Not, you can't think of one thing, because apparently, like I told you, this friend of mine in Miami thinks that Trump's God. So so
This is his God, and the people like when talking about the God, they have a belief. So whenever you have starting with the belief, you don't care about what else happening. You just believe in God.
I know that every rich person I know with big companies and things like that, they love Trump because they're supposedly going to see big tax breaks and stuff like that. But everybody who lives a normal life or has small business and things like that, the only thing they see is going bankrupt.
Okay, this is like very good point. Let me just talk about that. And many people are expecting like that Trump wants to lower the interest rate. And everybody's like, hey, this guy is our guy. He's lowering interest rate. and then we can buy the house, and there will be poor like an additional like kind of like sparring like of the economy. And this is like this is where like people have to understand interest rate, lowering interest rate, it just only works if in this situation for rich people and people owning the stocks, real estate, because whenever you lower the interest rate, you forcing economy, like putting money in the economy, you forcing or forcing in the what do you call it, inflation. You forcing inflation.
But then you're looking at very much like what happened in 2008.
Not 2008. It's already what consequences of lowering interest rate. But the problem, people thinking, okay, if they lower the interest rate, I can buy the house. I mean, listen, if you lower interest rate, people like there were like 5 people to buy one house. If you lower interest rate, there will be 20 people to buy the same house.
And the price of the house will go through the roof.
The guy would have like 20 people like hunting for his house, the owner. He says like, let me have the higher offer,
exactly.
and it will go up. And then you go like, no, but I can refinance my house. Okay, so how much can you refinance even if the, let's say, interest rate even gets lower for half of the point? It just for the house of $300,000, it could be $50-$70. For half $1,000,000, it could be $150 a month. So it's not significant. This is not, the guy is making waves. Yeah. There's nothing good what he's doing. The answer is like, there's no things that being done that you will live better. But some people say like, look at the oil prices going down. It's not because economy is going better, because if the economy around the world goes better, the price of the oil will go up.
Now, with all of that knowledge, once you add the whole misconception of tariffs, then we're in trouble.
Tariffs, like on 1st of August, he says like, whoever didn't do the deal, then you're out of luck, and the tariffs will kick in. I think that at the time of the tariffs will kick in, imagine this: if the tariffs will like for any items will kick in for 30%, again it's inflation of 30%. Yes, some companies will eat up that 30%, maybe 10%, maybe 15%, but the prices will go up 15%. So who's going to be benefited of this? Rich people, and again, like I like define rich people. I say like people who earn more, and it's not their fault they're rich and wealthy. It's their benefit. This is what they deserve. They work for it, but they will suffer less because they don't care about like paying for, I don't know, for the shirt like $100 or like $105 or $115.
And they don't have to worry about health insurance. They don't have to worry about a lot of the costs that the average person is concerned about all the time.
Yeah, it's just not just about that. They will be less concerned about 15% of the tariffs or 30% of the tariffs. It's the problem of average American. That this like 15 or 30% tariffs, it's inflation on your pocket, because you don't get income like or benefits of the income taxes, like credits or like wherever lowering income tax. You don't get that credit of 30% income tax credit, but you will get 30% or 15% higher of paying of goods and services.
Okay, and the next level of disaster for me, the destruction of FEMA, the destruction of most of the agencies of the government, the destruction of all the cabinet offices because they're firing everybody. We now have the what is it, the air controllers and things like that. There's major accidents. There was another almost accident yesterday, when a private military jet, which I didn't even know that was even available to purchase, almost ran into a what was it, Spirit Airlines or something like that. I can imagine them hitting Spirit, but but anyway,
I flew Spirit. I have no complaint.
But anyway, and then it's just that one agency after another. Now the whole United States is on fire. Everything is heating up, and FEMA is being destroyed. What are we going to do?
It's just like don't ask people like what they're gonna do.
I'm asking you.
Thank you. Like because like what we're gonna do, we have to just use this what is going on with Trump as an experience and think how we should change our behavior with politicians. And the book is still here. You read the book, right?
Yeah, a few times.
Thank you. So like that's how you should change the experience, what you do with politicians, who you vote for. And if we don't do it, there is no luck for us. There is like we're out of luck because we just gullible nation, and I learned that gullible word from Jeffrey. We're gullible nation who think that and it's not just we are, like it's constantly throughout the history, people want to believe in something good. So people chose Trump thinking that he brings something good by promising.
Yes, but he mostly brings something good to the Trump family. Like right now, he's suing everybody. Now
it's a disaster. So the point is like,
but it's unbelievable.
But
he's getting away with it
because people still think that they will be benefited, and he just gives away wealth and good things from our country. He promoted cryptocurrency, which is built on it's a scam. If you buy at $100,000 today Bitcoin, somebody has to buy Bitcoin at $120,000 that you can sell and earn 20%. So then somebody has to buy at $200,000. There is no value.
But that's the same in the stock market also. People buy it. I mean, there is a substantial thing behind it.
There are dividend payments. Yeah. It's correlated with the value of the business because they generate the income.
But Amazon, I should mention that a lot of the cryptocurrencies also have a real business model behind them also, and the meme coins and things like that. These are all nonsense. Yeah.
There are some of the cryptocurrency coins. They connected with some business stuff, but you don't have to buy those coins. You have to buy first to buy one things and then other things and then buy those coins. Instead of making money on cryptocurrency, people can just invest in the stocks with development of drugs or technology stocks, quantum computing stocks. In 5-10 years you will have 2, 3, 5 times more.
Okay, the other main subject, which we could wax on briefly, of course, is AI, because AI is all over the news. And they're coming up every day with some other incredible AI invention. Now, supposedly, even Elon Musk has come out with a new motor for cars that will put regular EV cars out of business.
It's interesting. We will see, but AI, it's it's a technology. It's just technology plus computers using the database of knowledge of people knowledge, and with the technology, that database of knowledge being used as you would think what you would do. It's a database of ideas, of history. So at some point, many jobs will be replaced. For example, you call in to your phone company. You right now, we use people from India or Philippines. The AI could answer your phone. AI, artificial
Well,
intelligence.
Yeah, but the other, and then like even driving here, half the cars that I see on the street in Marina Del Rey in Santa Monica, they're all these driverless Waymo cars.
Interesting
Incredible.
too. Yeah, that's very interesting. So let's guys, like,
All right,
we will talk to you like.
Well, hang on. This should be a crazy week. Maybe less crazy because Congress is on vacation, but I'm sure the Congress is going to have some very, very interesting meetings in their home territories as people are going to come down their throats. So,
All right, you guys subscribe for our channel and tell us like what you think. Take care.
don't forget to like us, and most important, don't forget to read the book.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
take care.
All right,
guys.
we'll see you
Thank
soon.
you.
Thanks.